Hello, everybody. We're here with the regular installment. Of course, we're doing weekly at this point episode of the Apex Coalition show. I'm joined here by a beautiful panel of the Lord King Hoot himself, Bevo Brisket, and of course, Mr. Lippy. We've got a fun draft today. We're going to do a little bit of a redraft, half PPR going. We're also going to be drafting food chains. So we're going to be drafting food chains as we go along with every pick folks make. We're also going to be making selections on the chains that we want to go alongside. Obviously, I'll have the best draft, so you can kind of use me as a place marker of how things are going. But anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to hit start on the draft, and whoever if people show up late to Discord, we could just kind of have them fill in their picks. Sleeper says, "Is she want to start the draft?" I'm sure that I do. Okay, all right, we're getting started. Hopefully, it's sent a little alert because I did give us 5 minutes. Oh, we already have the pick. Perfect. Yeah, I think it'd be interesting if we see in a redraft like just receivers flying off the board. In the first couple of picks, I don't know how I feel about this world, but I think it's the world that we live in. So, but okay, let's see.
And if you might have to tighten up this clock if we've got people
If we've got
not
some
in the
loose
Discord
cannons, yeah, and I can pause
and
it
not
as needed.
man.
Yeah. So let me. Well, there he is. We got a green dot. We'll speed it up after the first couple rounds or so.
How do you guys feel about J Jets versus Chase? I've seen some debate on Chase being the 101.
Look at this. This is redraft. We just had back-to-back receivers going. Why is it Marshawn Lynch off the board? I mean, if I'm taking a receiver, I would want Jefferson. No offense to Chase. I mean, I would take a running back is what I would take. But
Hey, is who was not going to pick a restaurant chain here? He's in the Discord.
oh, let's go, Mr. Stonks. Would you like to pick a restaurant, sir?
Hello, gentlemen. Yeah, I'm going with a zero B strategy, which is zero burgers. For those of you not in the know, so I'm gonna go Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Okay, the 0B strategy is on the board. Okay, Taco Bell. Let's go. Okay.
Diarrhea is off the board.
So for my football pick, wow, this is so strange. I am either going to do really bad redraft, which is probably true, or this ADP seems really weird. Travis Kelce. Bijan is the third ADP running back off the board? That can't be right. That's got to be wrong. All right, I'm picking Jonathan Taylor. And for my food pick, I am going to take a restaurant chain called Five Guys. I'm going big burger strategy. Jack, that makes it your food pick.
Yeah, that was an easy football pick. Thank you for letting that slide.
You can have them.
I am surprised on let's just say the dollar values. So I'm gonna instantly go semi-fancy. I'm gonna go Perry's Steakhouse.
Okay.
They're pretty much all over the place in terms of larger cities are gonna have them, okay. And I think that kind of fits the bill as nicer restaurant that we're gonna see off the board tonight.
Yeah, true. It's like drafting a tight end in the first round. It's exactly what just happened there. All right. We're up to King Hoot. Sir, what are you thinking about with this football pick, and then talk us through your food?
Yeah, I was just waiting for y'all to before making a pick. I think from a football pick, I'm taking running backs here. I'm hoping that another one falls back around to me. I'm old school with it with a non super flex. It's just gonna be running backs and then go from there.
Smart man.
But from a food standpoint, I'm definitely I'm happy to have my 1-1 on the board here. I'm a late adopter to this one. Again, I said this before we hopped on, so just to repeat this, I'm definitely going with the it's kind of the ubiquitous restaurant. There's a bunch of them in major cities. You're not eating there because you might not get it again. You're eating there because you've had it a bunch of times and you know exactly what it's going to be. but I am going with a slightly maybe not. I guess maybe the more elevated version of it. You'll see if I get to at least if I get to make the picks I want to pick here. But my 1-1 would be, and again I'm a late adopter to this place. But Ruth's Chris, big fan.
Okay.
Think you're not going to walk away with. Oftentimes will be better than the local or like good steakhouse.
It's a fine pick.
I've really picked this up in the last few years, and big fan. So
Yep.
that's me.
Going with some nice picks here. Lippy, that takes us to you, sir.
Sensational. So, since we're on this topic of steakhouses that are in multiple cities, I'll be happy to take, first of all, here, the probably RB5, and I don't know why he's so low on ADP, but we're going to go with Mr. Josh Jacobs here.
Does it concern you that he has not signed his Tinder?
Honestly, it makes me happier because it shows he's hungry to fight for his team.
Okay, and now you're hungry too. What's your first food pick?
We're going to go to Morton's, the steakhouse, sir.
Okay, so a lot of steak off the board. I mean, can't fault that. Who doesn't like steak? I mean, I guess people that don't like steak don't like steak. But all right, well, you pick back to back, sir. It's all you.
I'm happy here to go with a place that's near and dear to my heart. It's in a bunch of cities around the world. It is called Mr. Nando's Peri Peri.
Oh,
Just,
what a pick! What a pick!
if no one's been there before, it's just, they've got great food. And then we're going to go AJ Brown just to top it off.
Okay, you can't be upset with that. Nando's is the AJ Brown of food picks, so that was nicely coincided. All right, Hoot, sir, we're back to you.
Yep. Oh, I both great picks, by the way, Lippy. I said it before. I was hoping another running back would fall back to me. One does. I'm happy with it. Going Chubb. Again, in my mind, not a super flex. I'm loading up on RBs who I think are going to just get tons of carries and build the base of the team that way.
Yeah.
Then from a food standpoint, again, really excited to have another one. Gonna get outside of the steak, but probably do the Ruth's Chris of seafood restaurants. So I'm going Red Lobster here.
Red Lobster. All right, Red Lobster locked in for
Cheddar Bay biscuits. That's all I got to say.
Heard great things about the biscuits.
Does Hoot, do you exclusively dine at places where you take like a junior prom date, or
that's the team I'm trying to build. I'm honestly thinking of where the places I would have wanted to go in junior prom, and that's the base of the team right there.
Well, you're on fire in that department. All right, Garrett Wilson. What food are you taking with Mr. Wilson, Mr. Bevo?
so before we get into the, I guess you got to start going after these more popular places. I think the most popular place that I can take off the board that's going to be unanimously loved by all the voters is probably Cane's. So
Okay.
I'm going Cane's chicken to top it off, and
All right.
hopefully my future picks survive.
Yeah.
You and Hulu here.
Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes. I am. I'll tell you who I'm not doing that. I'm going to take Tony Pollard for my second pick. I'm going to take Chewy's as my other chain. I'm pretty sure those are all over the place now. But yeah, love Chewy's. I think that's the first, other than Taco Bell, of course, first Mexican food place. Mr. Stonk, sir, pick to you both food and player. It's all you, sir.
Yeah, we got a nice little theme here. I am going to take the last running back in this tier for me, which is Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay, word.
And then, Ramondre's not special, but he's going to get the job done. And just like my number one bottom tier steakhouse is Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
Lock it in.
Let's go.
Steakhouse is off the board.
Okay, and then let's see here. I'm pretty sure. So Jay Polly's on the clock, but I'm pretty sure we're joined by the one and only Mr. Juice. Sir, are you with us now? Because we can have you just pick. You're about to go back to back. We could have you lock in 3 food picks in a row if you could hear me. Let's see here.
That mute button is ever crafty.
Well, you can unmute him, sir.
Oh, okay. No. I haven't muted him. He's putting his kids to bed. Sir, totally good. Um, if you want, when you can, just hop on and we'll just have you pick and make up all of them if you want. But totally just chill drafting with us as much as you can. Pleasure to have you.
So I'm gonna be honest here.
What's that?
Ramondre at the middle of the second makes me want to puke. Same with a Brees Hall off an ACL. This is disgusting.
So what do you mean when you say that?
When I think of a second round pick, I'm thinking of like Tyreek Hill from like the last couple of years. Like just like I don't know.
Well, he went 1.9.
This year he did.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't know.
So let's just put everyone on blast that you just picked there. Like, who would you have picked at the 211 or 212?
I would have just puked.
Oh, you would have just thrown up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, fair enough. Are you worried about the Ramondre pick because he doesn't have elite back Damian Harris to really break apart the defensive line? Or I thought you were really big on Ramondre.
Can you get sold on him as a second round pick though, Alexander?
I mean, I can't, but that's because I'm a moron and I hate Ramondre.
I can.
Yeah. Well, I mean, make the case for it. Convince Lippy that he's a fool.
I mean, look, this is a big sort of a two-pronged thought process here, right? Running backs are flying off this first and second round, which isn't, I don't think, typical for a lot of like ADP this season anyway. I think it's been really wide receiver heavy at the top, so needed to grab one before they were all gone. The second thing here is that Ramondre, even especially with Damian Harris gone, was an elite target getter last year, which is sort of like a sneaky stat that I don't think many people realize is he actually caught a decent amount of balls. And I think I'm a little bit higher on the Patriots offense this year than most, only because they have an offense this year. They have an offensive coordinator, so it's all upside, and he was already good last year, so I don't really see an issue with it.
Who's their offensive coordinator again?
Bill O'Brien.
That's not important. Let's leave that part out. So team 4 with fucking ruining my day. All right, but Mr. Stonk, sir, you're back on the clock for both player and food.
All right, food. I am going to go with Cold Stone Creamery.
Okay.
Just rounding out the non-burger strat here.
Innovative pick. That's a pioneer pick.
And then an easy one here is, I think we'll balance the very safe floor of Ramondre with the high ceiling of Travis Etienne.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see here. Who do I? Oh, these are gross. These team 4. Why did you do that? Oh, this is not good. While I worry about who I'm going to pick, I will say that I kind of wish that I had gotten in on the. I kind of wish that I'd gotten in on the steakhouse. I did not know that those were going to fly off as much as they were. I will continue. I've got burger. I'm going to go double burger strategy here. I feel like I just have to. I am going to take Whataburger. I have a difficult relationship with them right now, and I'm not happy with them. Ever since they've gotten into Chicago's clutches, I've been displeased. But you stand by. You go with the one who brought you. Oh.
What's the goat Whataburger order?
I mean, well, it depends on the time of day. You get breakfast or you get the. I mean, I say pound for
I got
pound.
the honey butter chicken biscuit game for breakfast. But what's the evening time? What's the
if you're not getting a patty melt, you're being too creative with it, is what I'll say.
The A1 thick and hearty burger A&F is the 1B to the patty melt.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Jack speaks with a lot of wisdom there. That's a very fair point. Do I go? I'm just gonna pick him. I'm picking Mark Andrews. I don't want any of those receivers. Yeah, it's all you, Jack.
So lots of food options here. I think, and if you took a pick, I would have taken in Whataburger right there. I think that was very strategic to be on the food side.
It is.
I'm gonna go with just the OG best build your own burrito is Chipotle
Okay.
Anyone that says different either has no taste buds, or you have an affinity for queso back in 2014. Um, so that's going to be my pick there. And then, I think this is an absolute no-brainer redraft strategy to go with Najee. There's a lot to like there in terms of potential, dump-off passes and a pretty improved offense. So
Yeah,
I'll buy into
I like
Steelers.
I like Najee there. I think that's a fine pick. Mr. Hootser, back to you.
All right. I guess we'll do football first. Football wise, I'm taking Olave. I'm very, very high on him this year. I would have taken him back at your pick, NF. That would have. I
That
understand the reasoning for not
I
being
was
sold on it,
thinking
but
about him. I was thinking about him, and if I was going to go receiver, I would have gone Olave too because I love Olave, but I'm just like, oh, for redraft, I don't know, but good pick. I can't hate it. I love
yeah,
it.
I just think even taking last year's numbers as the floor. I know that there's always a chance for regression, but I see no reason to think that anything will be not better than
He's only gonna get better.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was already at the advanced statistics were already great. So super happy to have him there. And then from a food side, going with the goat in my mind of pull off, actually stop on a road trip, take an hour to sit and eat a dinner, Cracker Barrel.
Let's go. A fine pick. A fine pick. All right, Lippy, you just had 2 back-to-back football picks.
So I guess we'll talk through the football thoughts, and
Yeah.
then we can get to the.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we can start with the easy pick here for the food draft.
Okay.
It's something I thought you might have taken earlier at ANF. Little shocked you're going to leave it on the board here for me at the end of the second. We're going to go with Cookout.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good pick. I was gonna do that instead of Five Guys. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be sneaky with it. Cookout will make it back to me. So I thought I could wait on Cookout. That's an excellent pick, Lippy, and one that hurts me. But hit me with your second one.
Then our second food draft pick here is going to be a Mexican place that you can sit down for dinner.
Okay.
I didn't actually know it was in multiple cities till I think it was north in Allen, Texas, or Dallas, right? I think a northern suburb of Dallas. Uncle Julio's. Enjoy some Uncle Julio's.
I have never heard of Uncle Julio's, but
Uncle Julio's, I want to say, is in 3 major cities, at least in the U.S.
well, that makes it qualify for our draft. The Uncle Julio fans out there are rejoicing. Now, Lippy, Amari Cooper has Deshaun Watson throwing to him, and that did not go very well at the end of last season. Are you confident in that getting better?
So,
Or is that what you're drafting him for those
it's kind of ugly here. Lamar kind of felt like the easy pick here. There's already the run of QBs at the beginning of the third. Kind of would think Lamar belongs in that group right after it, right in it. So Lamar right there is nice. If he's healthy, we got a nice. I want to say started the year the QB1 last year. And then you kind of just look around at Ken Walker, Devo, Keenan, Aaron Jones, Mixon, Hawkinson. Kind of just makes you want to puke again.
Does Charbonnet being in Seattle really hurt your Ken Walker vibes?
So I probably should have for the straw man in me, I should have taken Ken Walker. Who would be smart to take him here right there? Got a third running back, a nice little flex spot for him. Ken Walker's a nice pick here, but I feel like there's going to be nice running backs in a few rounds. I really wanted Gibbs here at the 3-4 turn.
Yeah. Well, Hootser, we're back to you.
Yep, sounds good. Football wise, going another running back again, but not Walker. I'm going with someone who I think has again super high upside. This is kind of the pick I'm hoping. Really, if this one goes right, it kind of sets me up for everything else I want to do. But go J.K. Dobbins. Big fan of again everything that he's done outside of being injured, and I think the new offense is going to be even better for him. Really did kind of want Lamar to fall around to me. I think that was a great pick. Great pick there, Lippy. Was really hoping he would fall back around, but gonna go with his backfield mate in Baltimore. And then on the football side, on the dinner side, the chain side, I'm kind of between two not gimmick restaurants, but two like doing different things. I have a hard time picking here, so I'm just gonna go with what my original ranking was and go with Fogo de Chao.
Okay, let's see here.
I went to school with Rick Bayless. Well, one of his kids.
You went to school with Skip Bayless?
Rick Bayless.
That's awesome. All right, Mr. Bevo, sir, it is up to you.
I think Kenneth Walker has fallen from grace a little too far, and I take him.
Yeah.
On the food side, let's see here. I'm shocked that we haven't dipped into. Shocked we haven't dipped into the pizza world yet.
Oh, true.
And so
And it's Little Caesars for Jack.
Incorrect. I am going to go with, because it is slightly elevated, and I think you get too many people on the lower tier but cheap. They serve a purpose pizzas. This is elevated above that. I'm going to go with Mellow Mushroom.
Okay.
That's a solid pizza spot, solid beers. Not too expensive.
Fun place.
Plenty of locations.
Yeah, that's a good pick. All right, so what I've learned is that I really hate picking in this spot. This is horrible. Yeah, I'm going to pick. I'm really down on them, so I'm gonna pick them in lots of mocks just to kind of hedge. I'm gonna pick Justin Herbert for my pick. And then for my food pick, I'm going to take Halal Guys. I fucking love Halal Guys. So that is my pick. But yeah, Mr. Stonk, sir, back to you.
All right, excellent. Football wise, I feel like this is just too low for Debo, so I feel like I'm forced to take Debo here. This is just what wide receiver 20 is basically his floor at this point. So we're going with Debo. Food wise, I am going to go with Yard House.
Okay. Yard House. All good. Let's see here. Good picks. Let's see here. Very balanced draft from Neil so far. Let's see who he picks here. Oh, smart man picking Dameon Pierce. Very wise. Some say that's the best running back in the league. So,
A&F as a time filler, I think Yard House is the first pick that I'm completely unaware of / I have never been to. So I'm going to open up the floor to Hulu and be like, hey, what's Yard House about?
Yard House is the GOAT. It's basically like Cheesecake Factory, but instead of cheesecake, it's just beer. So it's like the biggest menu you've ever seen, like chapters of a menu, wow. And then like 40 to 50 beers on tap, and they serve them by the yard.
Wow.
That sounds pretty cool.
It's the best.
I should not have asked. I should have just let that stand as potentially a all-you-can-eat free-range chicken bar.
Hey, dude, stop looking at my sleepers.
Okay, we got J. Polly Green Dot. We'll be snaking back around here. All of the receivers going early really makes it an odd draft. Maybe I'm crazy. It feels really weird. I don't know what. And so we primarily when Bevo, Lippy, and I do redraft, we're normally doing auctions. So ADP doesn't matter quite as much because, I mean, it just shakes out a little bit differently because it doesn't go round by round. It kind of goes by tier in a sense.
This feels like a great reason to do auction.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
So you don't get
this is
beholden
messy.
into the 6-7 spot and hate your life every pick.
Yeah, this is really messy. And I really do not like picking here at the 6. I think I've made okay picks, but I've not felt good making them, if that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I hate spending money on quarterbacks, especially in single quarterback league, and I just took one in the 4th round after taking a tight end in the 3rd round. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. if that wasn't made clear from any of my past league results. Um, but yeah, this feels really disgusting. Not sure.
So, okay, so y'all do because I feel like I don't do enough auctions. Like I feel like it's the one place in like fantasy thing I'm underrepresented in. So that's what y'all do is y'all's default.
Yes, yeah. Auction. Um, and I will say this: auction is really hard to get into because every auction is going to be different depending on who's in your league. So there's not like really like here's like 10 tips and tricks for how to be good at auction this year, because that doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what anyone on the internet thinks about your auction. It matters what's going on in your own auction. So it's kind of tough to prep for, other than just really getting to know your league and kind of watching trends of how draft is going in real time, which is really interesting and super fun, but it's a different animal.
Yeah, it's the only thing. I only did like two last year, so I definitely wanted to get into more this year. Very much enjoy them. Definitely, Lippy. Let's run back that league, the auction league that we had going last year.
Yeah.
If I'm the commissioner, yes, we will.
Yeah.
I will say, King Hoot, like on the auction side, you get some of the more hilarious, I guess, draft snafus that you'll ever get. I think
Yep.
my most famous is taking Damian Harris in 2021, maybe
Yep. It was
for like
2 years
20.
ago.
It was
$28.
$27 or $28 because it
$28.
was $7, and I pressed like bid, which is like plus $1, but then someone like bid $27 right before it. So a very large investment in Damian Harris as a Patriot,
It was
which I
huge.
But then
got
you
ready
also
for
have the Cam
weeks.
Akers for 40,
Yeah,
which everyone knew it the second that happened. That was a mistake last year.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really bad. So you get I think a lot more, I mean, certainly a lot more customization with your teams, but you can also, like, I mean, I think it's really hard to have an irredeemable team in a snake. I think it's really, I mean, unless you're just totally shooting from the hip, totally saying fuck it, your team is not going to be irredeemable in a snake. In an auction, your team could be absolutely hopeless and fucked from day one. Like it just can be, um, which is a curse and a blessing. You live and die by your own picks, which is a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, y'all definitely sold me. I'm gonna do some more this year.
it's a great time, and then it's really fun, especially once you kind of get to know. Um, I think everyone has like their own tendencies. So, for instance, Jack and Lippy, usually, obviously, there's differences year to year, but usually what'll happen is everyone's busted nuts early, and Lippy and Jack just hold their cash. And normally, what will happen is for like the last half of the draft, everyone is bone dry on dollars, and Lippy and Jack are just picking up any players they want. That's just about how almost every Apex draft I've ever been in has gone.
And I'm pretty sure Lippy and Jack always have, or at least 500 or better every single year.
That's not a detail that I was going to include, but um, but yes, that is true. So let me trim down this draft time just a little bit. Um,
And if
And
you
it
really
really
want,
is just like we were talking about earlier. The start of a tier is usually where the value is, and then it's just no. You don't want to pay $40 for acres. So if you miss those first two or three guys, it's it's better just to stay out of getting in those bidding wars on players you don't even want,
I
and
think
that are going to be $10, $15 more than you'd even be comfortable paying.
I think very slowly, my brain is learning how to do it. I think last year was my best draft. Now, we still found lots of creative ways to totally shred that, but I think I'm like not a good one, but like how it's like, I don't know if y'all have seen those like AI videos of like teaching robots how to walk. That's kind of what it is. So like I'm very slowly able to take more consecutive steps. And like 20 years, y'all are just turbo fucked. But until
The
then,
problem is in 20 years, the strategy will be different, and then you learn that strategy from 20 years ago.
let me have my 20 years from now hope, please. Okay.
And if you're still giving away Derrick Henry for Cordero Patterson in week 3, I think we're going to be okay.
J-Rob's going to finish above Derrick Henry. Everyone knows it.
I'll say the J-Rob thing gets held against me, rightfully so. But I flipped him after another week of him scoring 20 points. I just want that to be on the record, because I think it's important.
I get zero love for the fact that Damian Harris was an RB1 the year I drafted him for $28. It's just I was tanking and I drafted him for $28.
I mean, I think he was the RB4 that year, Jack.
He was RB12.
RB12.
RB12 wasn't that good. He was touchdown dependent.
Oh,
but the same...
he was RB4 in standard leagues though. In standard leagues, he was RB4. That
RB4 in your heart.
Yeah. All right, let's CPU auto pick for Neil. Hopefully that'll go a little bit quicker now that I've trimmed down the time. Mr. Stonks, sir, we arrive back at you once again after a little bit of a delay there on the turn.
All right. Football wise, I think I have to go. Oof, I don't know. Is this best ball?
It's not best ball. It's 0.5 redraft.
I really wanted Judy in that auto draft. Kind of fucked me. All right. I am going to go with Christian Watson then. Food wise, I'm tempted. There was a slight at Taco Bell earlier. There was an implication that it's not a sit down restaurant, which I kind of took offense to. So I'm tempted to go a little bit more quote unquote upscale Mexican, but I'm going to stay chalk. I'm going to go with Krispy Kreme.
Oh, Lippy and I were just talking about all Krispy
When the light's on, you know it's going to be good. You got to stop.
Yeah,
right.
That's a good pick. So I'm going back to basics with chains as well. I mean, fuck, it's the 5th round of food picks. I'm taking Chick-fil-A. And fucking J. Pauly sniped my DJ Moore pick. I'm gonna have to take the inferior Tampa Bay receiver, pick Chris Godwin, because I need a receiver. Jack, it's all you, sir.
Great food pick. I'm going to have to go. Food pick wise, we haven't tapped into this food yet. I'm really jealous of Hulu's pick so far because he's started ice cream and he's also started, I guess, kind of donuts and breakfast. I'm going to continue breakfast and donut. I'm going to go Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons,
by far the best breakfast coffee chain, blows the other ones out of the water. Canadians have done something right.
Interesting. Okay. And who are you picking for football?
That's hard.
The much less important draft.
Yeah. I honestly wanted Herbert last round, but the value fell, and I was hoping he'd flip around. So
yeah.
I'll take the last QB in this tier, in my opinion. Trevor Lawrence.
I was going to ask if it's going to be Lawrence or Fields. I think I would go Lawrence as well. I like that pick more. All right, Tim Hortons and Trevor Lawrence. For all we know, Trevor Lawrence could be a Canadian. All right, Mr. Hoot, if you're with us, it's all you, sir.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, real quick. I had to miss, I think the last 2 or 3 food picks.
Yeah, so Krispy Kreme went to Mr. Stonks. I got Chick-fil-A, and Mr. Bevo grabbed Tim Hortons.
Okay, excellent. Chick-fil-A, great pick, exclusively for the breakfast.
The breakfast slaps.
All right, so where are you at? Food-wise, yeah, I'm going to start with food. My other, let's not say, I don't know what you want to call it, gimmick-based pick is still there, so happy to take them. Dave & Buster's, best steak in an arcade setting.
You motherfucker.
Wow, sensational pick. Wow.
I thought that was going to fall so far. No.
What value? Wow.
I love the Fogo de Chao to Dave's and Buster's. Who's building out a thorough roster here?
Thank you all. I love the sounds of disappointment that lets me know that I'm doing well.
I'm left
And
with
then-
fucking main event. God damn it.
And then pick wise, the picks are. I didn't. This is when it starts to get a little gross, honestly.
Yeah, it's yucky.
All right, so I'm gonna take a high upside guy. Not I don't necessarily think a reach, but I do think a decent chance to be the highest point getter in the San Francisco receiving core this year. Snyder.
Yeah. Mr. Lippy, all you.
So help me out here on the food aspect of it because I don't have the great list you have written down at Mr. ANF.
Yeah.
What has Kane's been taken yet? I
Case
assume
has
it
been
has.
taken. Jack got it in the second
Beautiful.
round.
I'm glad he got in the second round. So just like DK going in the third round, and then you get Tyler Lockett 5 rounds later. Jack takes Kane's. I take Zaxby's here.
Zaxby's, yep.
As for my pick in the draft, this is tough. We have to go with Old Faithful, Mr. Cam Akers. I mean, RB1, Rams, 5th round, lovely spot.
The Zaxby's pick was way better than that.
You cannot quit him.
I mean, it's
He's a bad guy. Like, leave him. Like, I don't understand. It's
what value? I mean,
it's long
you
since
see everyone else
back
on the board here? Yeah, he's a no-brainer.
No, if anybody else took him, fine. You have to break yourself of this habit.
Oh, I can't wait to draft him a bunch more this year.
All right, Lippy, you're back to back.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong again here on the food places. Has Waffle House been taken?
Waffle House is on the board.
We're gonna go Waffle House with our pick right here.
I've tried to share my screen on Discord. If you ever want to look, you should be able to peek my screen, and hopefully it'll show up. If it doesn't, let me know.
I'll look once I get back home.
It works.
Yeah. Once
You can even do it on mobile. It works.
Very happy to have Waffle House here. I'm self-explanatory. You actually want it for breakfast. It's great. Late night drunk on a weekend, even better. The vibes are immaculate. Whether you're home in the morning, whether you're there drunk at night.
Waffle House and Cookout. Man, those are good.
Wow, we just got all of High Street here.
Yeah. Yeah, Arby's is next.
As for our pick here,
from Jackson, Mississippi.
we're gonna get a wide receiver 3 that may have a pretty good year, depending on what happens here with his QB.
Yep.
They could be questionable here, but hopefully his QB can throw a ball and accurate football.
That's not who I thought it was going to be, but interesting. I think it'll be a good year for him too. King Hook,
I love Michael Pittman.
all you, sir. Let's see here. Yeah.
Alrighty. On the food side, I think what I'm really missing right now is breakfast. And I'm going to go with the place I think has probably the best, maybe a claim to the best white gravy in all of chain restaurantdom, and that's Shoney's.
Okay, the Shoney's pick.
And then, I still don't like this any more than I did a few minutes ago.
Yeah. If anything, it's gotten a little worse.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, for the group, how early is too early on D-Hop? Like, at what point do you just say wherever he does end up will be?
It's really interesting. It's really interesting. The computers will pick him in this round.
Yeah.
I don't know if people would.
It's not me, but it's. Yeah, I understand it because he's a news blast tomorrow away from being
the new Hawks.
Yep. Yeah. No.
The computer took him right after. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I went with Mike Williams for the podcast people.
All right, Jack, all you.
Pretty disrespectful to pair Mike Williams with Shoney's. That's just rude.
Honestly, I don't know who's rude too.
Some of you guys didn't have Mike Williams in redraft in 2018 when he went off for 3 touchdowns, and it shows.
His last good year. Yeah.
Haha. I'm surprised we haven't opened up this avenue of food yet. I'm gonna go Plucker's Wing Bar.
Okay, Pluckers is
That
good.
is
Good. Yeah.
that is a local homer pick, and I think they've expanded outside of
They
Texas
have.
now. Other places.
I don't know about outside Texas. I know they're here. They're good. Good spot.
They definitely are in Louisiana. I've seen one like in Baton Rouge. Definitely the best quality wings out there in terms of like a chain, and you'll get the best, overall sauce and experience there too. So Pluckers is an easy pick. This football stuff is getting a little tough, and this is definitely a reach, but I'm gonna justify it with like the immense amount of touchdown normalization, and I'm gonna take Deontay Johnson.
Okay. I mean, I think that's a fine pick. Okay. Um. Fuck. I don't really like. Damn. Damn. You know what I'm gonna do? I haven't had this guy in so long, and he just keeps being awesome. I'm picking Tyler Lockett. Um. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. I have one receiver. I have to pick him. I don't want to though. You know what? I'm not. Fuck it. I'm taking Hollywood. And for my food pick, I am. Oh, oh. I'm gonna take Popeyes. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna lock in Chick-fil-A and Popeyes back to back. Bam.
And
Uh,
who's gonna throw Hollywood the ball?
I don't know. Fucking maybe Colt McCoy. Who knows? But I really think he could have a good year. Hopkins is gone. I think Hollywood showed he was really pretty good last year. He was doing fucking awesome. So, Curran just asked in Discord, has anyone drafted Popeyes? I just did. Mr. Stonks, sir, all you.
Excellent. I just went Goddard. I feel like the tight ends fall off an absolute cliff after him, so
Yeah.
lock that up. And I'm okay with the flex positions coming back. Food wise, I am going to go Benny Hanna.
Oh, great pick. How the fuck? I don't know if that's. Y'all have to forgive my.
Don't ask me for spelling.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was just struggling with.
Benihana, I think.
Yeah, that's what happened. So I got it right. I feel very proud. I guess
I
like
think he needs to be on auto draft, sir.
put Neil on auto draft.
I think he needs to be.
Sorry, Neil. All right, Darren Waller goes to Neil.
God damn it, Neil.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah, so I normally like every time we do Apex draft, which is an auction draft, I think, man, I really want to play more Snake redraft. I know I do not have those feelings right now. I do not want to do more Snake redraft right now. This is abhorrent, and I don't really think it's limited to my spot. Granted, I do think my spot at 6 kind of sucks. Like the middle of this looks really yucky. But the rest of it looks pretty yucky too. I really don't like redraft at all right now, and maybe things will. I mean, probably things will settle down once we get closer to actual season. But this sucks, and I can't really put my finger on why, but this feels really bad.
And I'll tell you why. I
It's
think.
the Superflex.
Go ahead, Hoot.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean. I was just saying it's the Superflex. Is the like this looks less messy if you throw in twice as many quarterbacks, and more than that, like 2.5 times the quarterback would be picked, and that's when.
No,
Like I get your point.
A&F
Like,
hates Superflex.
I'm not. I'm just saying like that's what if this is visually unappealing, it's the Superflex that's making it visually.
That won't make it better for me though, Hoot, and that's all I care about. I don't.
here's what it is. It's because if you look at all of the like and I'm not saying Apex is a perfect representation of how auctions should go, but if you look at the dollar value of like a 9th round pick in Apex, I'm pretty sure that's where we start getting to the like, you're not spending more than $3 or $4 auction dollars, and you're already down to like players that you're only spending. If you're just sorting from low to high by price, you probably aren't spending more than $40 in round 3 players. So any player drafted after, the 25th pick is probably going for less than that. And so
Absolutely.
I think when you have all those options and you're not just like, oh, I'm, anywhere from 12 to 20 picks away from my next sub $4 pick, you get your guys and you get who you want and you feel really good about yourself versus, in this case, it's like, well, that guy's a sleeper. He's going to get there. I could have gotten him in auction. There's no chance I get him in redraft.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of truth to that because I'm looking at a lot of these players and I do not want to spend a lot of auction dollars on like a lot of the people after round 2. I'm just like, no. Like, and we have keepers. Like, we're keeping people. And so there's going to be even less good players available. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I just need to spiff up and start identifying value. Because I know it's not like there's going to be less scoring this year. If anything, I think scoring will be up. But I don't know. It feels very gross. I don't like it. But the important thing is we get to make another food pick. Mr. Stonks, or all you?
All right, excellent. I'll go food here first to stall while I figure out my football pick. I'm going to go. I don't think we've touched this cuisine yet, and I think this is the one-on-one there. I'm going P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's. Excellent pick. Excellent pick.
And then, football pick. I am going to go. This is going to make me feel gross, but I'm going to go with Rashad White.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Have we done a lot of this kind of pick? I am going to go with the place that I always thought was super solid, especially while we were at Millsaps. For those of us that were, I'm picking Jimmy John's as a sandwich go-to, and for my wide receiver 3, I'm going to pick Jahan Dotson, who I feel a little bad about trading away at Fuckfest. But that's not important. Don't look at that trade. Please, God. Bevo, it's all you.
I think I've got a restaurant concept that I joked earlier with King Hoot that he took. Dave & Buster's an elite pick. I'm going to go with Top Golf.
Oh, Top Golf.
As an activity plus food, if I'm going to get in that category, I think that's the only thing that I could, with a straight face, argue competes with Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Football side, lots of targets for this guy.
Absolutely love that pick.
Now, let me just say, when I think of Dave & Buster's and Top Golf, I'm not thinking of the food. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay. So with D&D's though, you have to go to the restaurant. The restaurant's first, and then you get to the arcade.
Do you though? That's
and some of the best deals are you get food and then you get some arcade points.
You're eating at Dave & Buster's. If you just wanted to go to an arcade, you'd go to an arcade. If you're at Dave & Buster's,
and last time I went to Dave & Buster's, guess what? Didn't even use my points on a prize. I went to the restaurant with my points.
See, I mean, hey, the dust will settle on this draft. The dust will settle. Mr. Hoot, it's all you.
Sorry, I was talking into mute. I'm going to go food-wise. I don't have anything on the fast food scale yet, and I wanted to get one. I also don't think I have any really good burgers yet, so I'm going to go In-N-Out.
Okay.
classic, and then what do they also want to hit? I always like to have a different. Oh yeah, no one's really gone into the Italian scene yet that much, so I'm going to do. I have a lot of nostalgia around this one. Every time I used to drive to Houston when I was younger, we'd always stop at the Carrabba's right
Oh,
there.
the
And,
Are you
Carrabba's.
jumping Lippy right now?
Wait. Oh, wait. Lippy, are you gonna snipe Carrabba's with your back
Oh,
attack,
no.
or can Hoot lock it in?
I'm gonna be honest, never heard of the place in my life. Who can
All right.
have it?
All right. Hoot's locking in Carrabba's.
Sorry, I'm going back to back. I'm forgetting. I wasn't even
Yeah,
thinking about
Lippy's
it.
right behind you. Excellent pick, though, Mr. Hoot. Excellent pick. Football
And
wise, it's Alvin
yeah,
Kamara, isn't it?
I kind of want to. I don't know how much he's going to miss for breaking that dude's face. But I really do like moving him back into more of his Alvin Kamara role. I think he's going to see a drop in usage, but a increase in efficiency again. But no, I'm going to go with the new, in my mind, potential lead back in Detroit, and go ahead and rack up what will be hopefully another 15 touchdowns.
That is the new lead back in Detroit. That's an excellent pick.
Yeah.
That's the RB1 in Detroit.
No, I mean definitely, but I think if you look ADP wise, you're going to see him constantly be lower, which again is one I don't understand. The other one I don't understand. I know we can get past it when you were you did your whole thing, but I am a big Tyler Lockett guy. I do not understand the Tyler Lockett hate. I see Tyler Lockett is constantly producing at a third round, fourth round ADP value, and always dropping several rounds below.
Yeah, I don't know how the JSN stuff's going to play out, so I took Hollywood instead.
We've got Geno Smith tape this year. Regression and down.
Come on, Jack, you got to support your Big 12 quarterbacks. Lippy, it's all you.
So here, I'm gonna happily take a restaurant that some would say is better than Whataburger. It's a Midwestern chain. It's called Culver's. If you haven't been there, you should go there. Absolute, just a lovely chain.
Culver's was next on my board.
Great restaurant. Just the cheese curds. Oh wow, great place. For draft here, I kind of wish I wouldn't have gone Lamar earlier, and I could stack up. Deshaun. Can't do that though anymore. So we are going to go JSN. Well, our wide receiver 4 action. Can't complain.
Okay.
And then, this is ugly.
Pick Arby's.
I mean, David Montgomery would have just absolutely been a smash of a pick here if it would have fallen, but he didn't.
Jameer Gibbs went at, where did he go? The
310.
The 310.
Yeah.
That is anyway. Whew. Gotta calm it down.
Oh, it's Alvin Kamara, sadly. I mean, even if he's suspended as the RB3 / an unneeded flex. Oh, or a starting flex still.
That's the Mike Thomas pick of this draft, I think. But
they can't be. I mean, they're favorites to win the division. They have to score points. You'd think.
They're not winning that division, though.
Who's winning it?
Not
the Panthers.
No one's
Falcons. No.
No one's winning it. No,
the Bucks with Bart Baker.
The Saints have got it. They'll win. I think Olave takes a big step forward. I think it's gonna be a good year for the Saints. I think it's a fine pick.
As for my second food pick here,
yeah, your second food pick.
It's tough. Do we go a little upscale action that's in multiple cities?
Pick
Do we
Carrabba's.
not? I think we just go with a classic here. Starbucks.
I was thinking about Starbucks. That's a fine pick.
I've got a 5:30 in the morning flight tomorrow. You know what our first words are going to be? Let's go to Starbucks.
You're going to wake up and that's going to be what comes out of your mouth?
Once we get to the airport, not much is going to come out of my mouth at 3 in the morning when we wake up.
That's fair enough. Just a series of grunts. All right. King Hoot, it's your football pick. I've already got Carrabba's locked in for you.
Thanks for that. On the football side, it is ridiculously gross. I thought about taking Michael Thomas just as a fuck you to all of y'all. Still might do it just for the hell of it. It is just pretty
abysmal,
pretty gross.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take. This is earlier than I would normally do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing. I do think he returns back to form and is a top 5 to 6 fantasy quarterback. I'm going with Deshaun.
Well, I really hope he just keeps sucking gorilla dick. Jack, it's your turn for both football and food.
Oh, I'm gonna go another homer pick here, ANF.
Okay.
The only barbecue chain worth drafting, in my opinion, and that is Rudy's Barbecue.
Okay.
Multi-state presence, so we've got that. And then I do know enough people that if you were driving through Texas and only stopped there, you would still be like, "Wow, that was a great experience." So
You know, people think it's cool to shit on Rudy's. I've never had anything but good food from Rudy's, so I don't understand the hate. I think it's just because it's cool. I think Rudy's makes great food. I think it's a solid pick, Jack.
I think people get real uppity about all sorts of food from across the nation, and
Yeah.
I think they're just mad that there's not something like that for regional style food.
Yeah.
Many other places that can execute that well.
Yep.
Ugh. Football is hard right now. It's pretty gross. I'll buy the stack. Evan Ingram.
That is what people. The first thing that goes to people's mind when they think Jacksonville stack, they think T-Law and Evan Ingram. Oh. All right. Let's see here. This is fucked up. Over here in football land. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna start being reckless with it, I guess. No. Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm gonna pick A-Chain for my pick. Um, and then when it comes to I'm gonna pick Church's Chicken is what I'm gonna pick. Get some chicken under on my belt for my team, and that passes it over to you, Mr. Stonks.
All right, excellent. I am for my football pick going to go Dak. Just need a quarterback at this point. And then food wise, I feel like we're in dart throw territory, so I'm just going to put this one out there for the group. I'm going to go with Rainforest Cafe.
Oh man,
Really good pick.
Is that a
Really
good omen or a bad omen?
Well, so it's like
Is Rainforest even in multiple cities anymore?
it's gotta be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what?
It closed down in Chicago.
I thought it was so cool as a kid. He gets to pick it regardless.
There we go.
I would see that shit in the mall, and I think, man, you have to be so fucking cool to have your birthday there. I will never be that cool. Oh, what a cool place! Then when I got to go, like, I mean, it was all right, but I just got to look at all of the people looking at me and know that's how you know you've made it.
On the flip side, there's never been a more depressed person than the person who's working there singing "Happy Birthday."
What do you mean, Jack? It's I'm sure they had the time of their lives.
Getting messy on the back of their
They
head.
call, be like, the table is upstairs in the corner, completely opposite of the kitchen entrance. Let's get 12 people out there.
All right, I hit Neil with the auto pick again. He got AJ Dillon. Lippy, tell me what to think about AJ Dillon. Because the hype slope it's sliding and sliding and sliding, and the hope and hype are going down the slide. What's the deal with AJ Dillon? Wow, Lippy.
So, sir, it's tough with the Packers this year. Do I want to believe in the Packers? Yes. So we will. It's going to be a great year. So we're just going to run the ball a lot. LaFleur's going to get in his bag. You're going to have Watts and Dobbs. Honestly, we're going to win the NFC North. And AJ Dillon will be a part of that.
All right. Thank you for again, everyone, for tuning in to Packers Radio. Appreciate that.
I mean, think honestly, A&F. LaFleur's going to call a great game. I mean, we all saw Love licking his chops throwing to Watson last year. Now he's got an extra year to learn. It's going to be a great year.
Well, that's certainly one of the outcomes. I guess I don't really know what I wanted from you there, Lippy, other than I guess a funeral statement, because I don't have high hopes for AJ Dillon this year. Granted, I just also picked A-Chain, so I really can't say too terribly much. But let's see here. I might scoot Jay Polly along here. There's a green dot, but it's well. Let's give for the sake of his green dot, we'll let him pick.
We can probably push it to like 30 seconds a pick. We're starting to round into food territory where it's like, yeah, I stopped there on a road trip once. It was okay.
Now,
I'm going to be honest. The food territory is only getting better from here. There's a lot of good picks on the board. Y'all are fucked.
let's see here. I'm trying to look. Let's look here at 4-9. At 4.9, Calvin Ridley went off the board to Team 4. Now, historically, I have loved Calvin Ridley, but there is no way in hell I am putting 4th round value into that pick. Is anyone 4th round ready with Calvin Ridley this year? Is anyone really excited or like opposed to picking Ridley this year? Who's got some thoughts on him? Because I do not want to be the one to pick, but I also think I could be missing an opportunity.
I think this is one of those that in 2 months, when like actual ADP starts flowing in, he could be a round lower or like 2 rounds higher. So I think everyone's just going to wait this out.
Once there's a preseason touchdown to him, the hype's going to be out of control.
Exactly. Or if he just looks like, if he looks like Kenny Galladay, everyone's going to be like, all right, I'm out. And he's an 8 of us.
Yeah.
It's honestly kind of irrelevant, A&F, at the end of the day with him, because when you look at who's around that point, I mean, you can picture T-Law throwing for 4,500 yards and 40 touchdowns. You cannot do that with Fields. Russ is tough. Sam Howell. The receivers around there that you're getting, you're going to have someone that likes him to take him there every day.
Would you rather have Calvin Ridley or DJ Moore, Lippy?
Calvin Ridley all day.
Would you rather have Calvin Ridley or Terry McLaurin?
Calvin.
Would you rather have Calvin Ridley or Chris Godwin?
Calvin. I mean, you Calvin or Debo, Calvin.
Calvin
you get up to Keenan, probably
Calvin or Ayuk.
Wow, honestly, Calvin's going to be in the 3rd round by startup season.
I think I would.
There's nothing not to love about him.
I think I would take a lot of those players over Calvin Ridley, Lippy. Maybe I'm being overly cautious, but I think I'm considerably lower on him than you are. What do you think's going to happen with the boys that did so well in Jacksonville? Do you think they're just scooted off in terms of pecking order, or do you think everyone's going to thrive?
When there's 40 touchdowns to go around, Calvin gets 9-10 touchdowns with 1,000 yards. You're going to be a pretty happy camper.
Fuck, I had no idea T-Law was throwing for 40 touchdowns. Jack, that's the pick of the draft at 5'7". Holy shit. God damn, Jack, you fucking fleeced all of us.
A&F, I hate to say it, but that's T-Law's division for a while.
No, it is for this year. Calm down. Next year, everything changes. Stonk, sir, back to you. Can't hate
Was
it.
muted.
No.
Yeah, going with Gibson. Pretty safe floor here. I got no problem with that. I think Gibson is a really good 0 RB target, and so for my 0B 0 burger strat, I'm getting great value here with Shake Shack.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Sensational.
Those are some bangers. The
There's great restaurants on the board.
It was Shake Shack off the board. Yikers. Oh, easy pick. Easy pick. Easy pick. Easy pick, Zay Flowers. Come on home, baby. Um, Speaking of home, I'm taking fucking Bucky's. If y'all are picking Dave's and Buster's and shit, I'm locking in Bucky's. God damn
That's
it.
a good pick. That's a
I
good pick.
literally, I literally had
1,000% on my.
Bucky's. I had Bucky's as my next pick. I was gonna go brisket on the board and take Bucky's. That is a fantastic fucking pick.
Yeah, but paired with Zay Flowers, fucking round 9, we're heating up, baby. All right, Jack, it's all you.
Ugh. Jeez. ANF. Sniped my Bucky's pick, sniping my Whataburger pick, sniping.
Snipe your Zay Flowers pick. I know, I'm sniping you all over the place.
No part of me will ever touch Zay Flowers.
Jack, he is the real deal. All right?
Incoming Pinkerton's pick from Jack. No, not true. Already took a good chain one. I am gonna go. This is a close one to some of the Millsapian hearts. I'm going Chili's because of the Chili's in Merida.
Fuck, that's a great pick.
Never has a Presidente margarita and some chicken fingers hit so hard for the equivalent American exchange of like $7.30.
I'm putting in parentheses on that pick Merida bonus. So now everyone will have to give you bonus points for that. Great pick. Who are you doing football wise? It's Alan Lazard, isn't it? Maybe Tyler Boyd, G League winner. Jacoby Myers.
Complete homer pick. I'll go Deontay Foreman if he can somehow.
It could very well turn into his backfield. I don't hate that pick at all.
Small chance.
I don't hate that pick at all. All right, Sir Hoot, all you.
Oh man, it is so rough. Jesus Christ. Okay, food wise, I want to get another more on the fast food train, but it's still a little bit of an experience and one that I've always been a fan of. I'm gonna go with the Sonic.
Okay.
I want the no drive-through Sonic. The have to pull up and park your car, order the car Sonic.
Okay. That's noted in the pick. Nice.
Thank you. And then for my draft pick, man, oh man. You know what? Let me go with the upside pick. This is going to be the pick that I look back and totally regret, but I'm taking Penny. I fuck it at this point. Let's see who can ball out.
Interesting.
Earned Blood would pick Rashad Penny. At least you didn't draft him for $20-something.
Yeah, I'm not busting a nut on him, but I do think, like, looking at the guys at this point, who's the guy who can be an actual league winner? It's there, and I probably wouldn't take this or won't take this in a few weeks, but right now I'm doing it.
Lippy,
speaking of the league winner,
Schultz?
Well, yeah, Schultz. Just there's not many tight ends left. I got to get something before I'm just absolutely fucked. And then speaking of league winner, if Javonte is not healthy, P. Ryan's going to absolutely feast in Denver. This is where I find out that P. Ryan plays in Denver. Sean Payton's loving his P. Ryan action. He's talking about him like a young Pierre Thomas, except Pierre Thomas might have been better.
I thought P. Ryan was a lot older. I just associated.
Only 27, yeah.
Yeah, he's only 27. I guess I've kind of combined him in my mind to be the same human being as Giovanni Bernard. Who are your food picks, sir?
So food picks, honestly, easiest 2 picks of the entire draft so far. We're gonna start out. We got Dave and Buster's. Obviously, was picked. What was the other one that was kind of picked? Like, it doesn't even matter. We're going IKEA.
You're going okay.
Anyone that even has the audacity to say IKEA doesn't count. Everyone goes to the food court when you're at IKEA. They go to the top floor. They get the Swedish meatballs, and they have a great time. And then you go get some furniture too.
Okay. All right, so IKEA is off the board. Lippy, you have another food pick to make.
Portillo's.
Okay,
Multiple cities. It's in Indianapolis, Phoenix. I think they're going to keep expanding. It's just a world class establishment.
okay.
Nothing else needs to be said about Portillo's.
Well, there it is. Portillo's is off the board. Mr. Hoot, sir, we're back to you for both football and the Comida. All you.
All right, football wise, Cole Komet. Give me some of the last little tight end action here. And then food wise, I go. I want a chicken spot. All the ones that I truly am like ride or die with have gone. So I'm gonna go with one that I always enjoyed as a home, like a on trips away. Didn't get to have a ton of, but always thought was a ton of fun. I'm gonna do the Zaxby's.
Oh,
Already
Zaxby's.
taken.
Zaxby's is claimed,
Already
sir.
picked.
Already
Oh,
claimed, sir.
Zaxby's gone. Oh my god, I
Yes.
missed it then. Well, shit. Sorry, I'm double checking to make sure that I'm not gonna take one that hasn't been picked already.
Arby's is available.
Yeah, it's not gonna be Arby's.
Long John Silver's is available.
No, it's not gonna be Long John. No, all right. So, yeah, I don't see that this one was. Let me make sure.
I'll start typing it. McDonald's.
Yeah, no, not McDonald's. But I am gonna go with another along the line, which is mine of the kind of super. We're at the end of the road. What are we picking? What are we going with? BK fan. So I'm gonna do the BK.
Okay. Okay. All right, Jack. Mr. Bevo, sir, that brings it to you for both.
We will go high upside. Never got off the floor in New York. We'll call it problems with coordinators. But all those targets that Cleveland's spending money for out of Deshaun Watson need to go somewhere. Food wise, I will follow up, the elite taste, I guess, of Burger King. And I am going to go. This is one of the last, I guess we'll call it, thematic restaurants that I would put out there. I'm going to go Margaritaville.
Margaritaville. So I have a quick question, and obviously, like I actively want this to be true for a number of reasons. Do y'all think there's the chance that the Deshaun Watson thing is just the greatest fuck up in the history of sports by the Browns? Does anyone at least think that possibility exists?
I mean, yeah, they potentially completely reset how NFL quarterbacks are paid and the allocation of salary cap dollars to your quarterback and the percentage of which they make it guaranteed. And like, if I said that and then I blinded who received that, and then I said, all right, you have 10 guesses to guess in the NFL who the first ever quarterback to get paid over $200 million a year, all guaranteed is, or $200 million over 5 years, all guaranteed, guess. And you rattle through 10 names before you say Deshaun Watson. So,
and more than that, there's the chance it just doesn't work. I mean, think about how fucking hard the AFC is right now. Think about how hard that division is by itself. I'm very excited for the Browns just to get turbo fucked around for the next couple of years. I really hope it doesn't work out for them. I also think there's a real chance that it doesn't. But it's the 10th round. You can't hate the Elijah Moore pick. All right, I'm taking the starting running back for the Buffalo Bills. Give me Damian Harris, baby. And for my pick, I will take... I'm going to take, of the basic ass pizza chains, I'm going to take my favorite. I'm taking Domino's Pizza. All right.
that is the best of the big three. I'll give you that.
That is a cold hard fact. Mr. Stonk, sir, all you.
Yeah, That's fucking crazy that you took both my football pick and my food pick.
Ooh.
Nothing beats the 2 for $5.99 at
I mean,
Domino's.
how could you? How could you?
All right, food wise, I'm going to stick with pizza. Then I'm going to go with California Pizza Kitchen.
Oh, nice pick. That's a nice pick.
And then I need to fill out this wide receiver room with the bargain bin here. I am going to go with Jacoby Myers.
Okay. I don't hate that pick at all. I like
I think
New
he's
England
decent.
certainly did not get a bargain signing him.
No, definitely didn't.
No, but I like the. I mean, that could be a really solid, just flyer receiver to have on a team.
And
I
the
think
Pats
you
paid
could
Juju
almost-
the Pats paid Juju the exact same amount, and I think Jacoby right now in their careers is a better player. So
very well could be. And let's see here has.
Pointing out that Jacoby Myers and Juju Smith-Schuster are going to get paid more than Saquon Barkley is this year is kind of absurd.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Juju got picked, right? Where did Juju go? Did he already get picked? Am I crazy? Yeah, he went earlier this round. He went at Team 10.
Yeah, 10:03.
Yeah, so I think getting him later than Juju is great. Let's see here. Jay Pauly, my friend. I might be skipping your pick, and I hope you don't resent me for it later. But you got Kirk Cousins, Mr. Juice. Skip both of your picks. Oh, Aaron Rodgers at 10-12. Great pick. Tyler Boyd, that's a G League winner. We're back to Neil.
Wow, green dots all over. Unbelievably ruthlessness right now.
Whoopsie poopsie. All right, Sky Moore from Mr. Stalk, sir. Hit me with your food pick.
Sky Moore with the wide receiver pick. Food pick, I am going to go with, if you know, you know, I'm going Jollibee. I needed a chicken place.
Jollibee. There's one in Houston, and the line is always so long. I'm like, oh, I want to try that place, but I don't want to wait in the line. Interesting. I've got to try that.
It's worth it. If only because you can get spicy fried chicken and spaghetti at the same time. So.
Yeah. I've got to try that place. All right, well, we're just going to pick more of my Fuckfest rookies. I'm picking Jonathan Mingo. Fuck Adam Thielen. He's still on the board. I picked the real WR1. For my food pick, I really like the Pluckers pick, Jack, but I'm gonna pick my go-to wing place. Not that I get wings all that often. I'm gonna get Wingstop and pass it on to you. The fries at Wingstop are fucking goated. That's the best part.
Wingstop is good stuff. That's a good pick. I will snipe A&F
Oh no, don't
on football, and potentially I will snipe A&F in the food realm. I'm going to go Taco Cabana.
Oh, what a good pick!
They make
their
own tortillas in a fast food place, and that is a big difference maker.
I could just watch that little fucking tortilla maker all day. I could just stick my nose. That's a great pick, Jack. That's excellent value for the 11th round. Fine pick, sir. King Hoot, that takes it to you.
On the food side, I'm going to go with Panda Express.
Okay. Panda Express.
And
I was thinking about it. That's a nice spot.
Really for just the honey walnut shrimp, if I'm being honest. But it's a spectacular dish.
It's very good. Very, very good.
And then honestly, I don't even want any of these players at this point.
I love when I ask for the honey nut walnut shrimp every time, and then they say it's going to be extra, like we don't already know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. They should just take my money. Just what are we doing here? What am I doing here? You know, I'm gonna take the last wide receiver one I see here, and I'm gonna go with Thielen. Ball's got to go somewhere.
That's, as I said, that's the wide receiver 2. So you lose 80 points for that pick. Lippy, it's all you.
So here, we're gonna just go with two classic, ones that are just obvious chain restaurants. Panera, I don't believe has been picked yet, has it?
It has not been picked. I was thinking about that one as well.
Yeah, I mean, just like Panera's a nice, solid place. It's never gonna treat you wrong. Then for the next food pick, we are gonna go with Dairy Queen.
Dairy
For
Queen.
the Dairy Queen has not been picked, correct?
It has not been.
Elite snipe.
It has not been.
Elite
Wow,
snipe.
let's go. The Blizzard, the food, just sensational
Fucking
place.
steak finger basket. That's a solid pick. It's a solid
That's a
pick.
huge mistake because you could have taken the Dairy Queen Orange Julius combo that you find at the mall.
Not gonna lie, the draft's pretty disgusting here, but we do see some nice picks. Some nice guys that are available. Mr. Zay Jones, come to
I was
daddy.
just about to say Zay Jones seems like a nice pick. Where's your Romeo Dobbs live?
Is he still on the board? That'd be wow, just absolute sensational picks. I mean, reports out of camp are he's taking the next step.
Yeah. They also said JT was dropping balls. King Hoot, it's all you.
Gino 11th is also just an absolute steal.
Yeah.
Considering he had three of his receivers go in the top 7 rounds.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think at auction, that's a target, because you could get him for $1 or $2.
A no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, King Hoot, all you.
Food wise, I have a question.
Okay.
What do we do with the combo restaurants? So like the A&W / Long John Silver. Can I claim an A&W / Long John Silver?
As long as it's a combo of things
you can claim it all you want.
I think I think I'm going to make a commissioner decision and allow you to have A&W and Long John Silvers.
I don't want either of them by themselves. I wouldn't even pick them no matter how long we're going. But there's something about the A&W Long John Silver combination.
There's nothing about it.
Formal request to add KFC to my Taco Bell 1.02.
Honestly, you have to give it to him.
I say let him have it.
All right. I'm updating it now. Hold on. Let's see here.
And then for the draft, I really, again, am not a huge fan of any of this. But I guess I'm gonna have to learn to be at some point. No, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do something. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna take my handcuff. I'm gonna grab Gus, and I don't love that pick, but I do want it.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a smart pick. Mr. Bevo, sir, that takes us to you.
There have been reports about this guy being able to make it happen eventually. Seems like a good year to buy into it. Wide receiver, Michael Gallup.
Wow.
And
I think that's a good pick.
I'm going to go with... It's just been too long since we've had a good breakfast restaurant. I'm going to go IHOP. Endless Pancakes is something from our teenage years that cannot be left off the draft board.
It can't. I completely agree. I think that's a solid pick. Man. Tough on a lot of fronts, actually. So this food pick, no, I could save that.
Can you keep us on the food screen, sir, so we can see it and make sure? Because we're getting into the nitty gritty now.
Here you go. Man, a lot of y'all have been unkind to my pick hopes. Dairy Queen was up there, Lippy. You got me there. But have no fear. Man, Taco Cabana, Jack, that was a big fuck you. Shit. I'm in trouble. We bounce back. What have we got? Like I feel like I'm about to tilt pick. No. Well,
ANF, you won't take Bennigan's right here. Come on.
no, I'm not taking, I'm not taking fucking Bennigan's. Um,
That's right.
so while I think about my food pick, I'm gonna could discuss briefly this absolute eyesore of a fucking draft lobby we have. Like this is all very, very gross. I picked a QB pretty early, and I have no interest in taking any of these as flyers. I think DJ Moore is the pick to have, but just because I'm a sucker for him, I'm going to take Darnell Mooney. Um, and I am going to take Kalachi Factory as my next pick. And that passes it off to you, Mr. Stunks.
All right, snagged Russ Wilson. Just to bet on the Sean Payton magic, and then I am taking Jersey Mike's
Okay,
as my
good pick, good pick.
last group.
And if let's force these last two these
Yeah.
stragglers along on the football side here.
Good picks, boys. Good picks. Y'all are picking very quickly. I really like to see those picks. Nice job. All right. This is your second to last pick, Nico Collins. A fine pick, real upside, but the best QB in the league. Yeah.
Really like what Nico can do. So very happy to take him in the 14th. Food wise, I'm less excited. I'm gonna stick safe. I'm gonna go Wendy's. Going
Okay.
road trip fast food.
I think that's very safe road trip stop. Anyone that says otherwise hasn't been on the road much, so I think that's a fine pick.
Here we go.
I'll tell you what, it really ended up back over here again. I keep having to pick. Man, I'm just trying to think. I'm kind of in trouble because that's always a dangerous place for me to be, is having to think. I And the thing was, do y'all remember when I made my pick earlier when I picked Wingstop? I said, "Oh, that pick will still be there later."
Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten what that was. So I know that it hasn't been picked, but I know it's out there, and it's just it's beyond me at this point. It's disappeared into the ether. So, fuck. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll pick Hop Dotty. That's what I'll do.
Ooh, excellent pick. I think that's a Texas only chain, but excellent pick.
I think there's one in Memphis also. I think there's because Hunter, when he visited, he saw one and said there's one in Memphis. So,
All right.
I think that's a good save for me there. And I'm going to take Hyatt. We'll see how that goes. But Lippy, or not Lippy, I'm sorry. Bevo, tell you.
It's a good receiver pick. Definitely in the
In the 13th round, yeah.
queue. If we're gonna assume that Jimmy Garoppolo is the same guy he was, I'll take a very low average depth of target in Hunter Renfrow in a bounce back year, and then I'm gonna snipe Lippy here on the food side. I'm going Costco food court.
Great pick, sir. It's like a reward for every trip to Costco. You have to go. Amen.
God bless the hot dogs. Okay. King Hoot, that takes it to you. You've got 2 picks left, 1 pick now, and then right after Lippy's double swing.
Yeah, on the football side. Oh my goodness. I think the hype's gotten out of control a little bit, but I'm gonna continue to ride the hype chain and then also give myself some backup in case anything happens. So Lave and he becomes the new permanent deep guy. I'm going to Raheed Shaheed. I mean, I absolutely am a huge fan of him as a football player, but I think the fantasy ADP is a little high.
think he's just like your classic boom bust type of guy. I don't normally love to have those, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with it because this is just for fun, right? In the food side, oh man, I've loved the creative picks that people have had. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself for going to something so uncreative. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not above it. I'm a late night or watching some wrestling, gonna order some Domino's, get cheesy bread. I think the chicken there is pretty good. And I will stand by this. Like the chocolate
Domino's
lobster
is already
just
taken.
Domino's has
No!
already stolen. I mean, I was like, yeah, I completely agree. Domino's is a great pick. Fucking genius picked that.
You have to take racist Domino's and Papa John. Sorry.
Yeah. God. I need to pay more attention when y'all pick. Shit. I kind of settled myself on Domino's. That's tough.
Little Caesars is on the board.
Yeah, I'm not a big Little Caesars fan. I guess I will do that. I haven't. No, I'm not gonna settle for some shit I don't want. Let me do.
Arby's is still available.
I just will never take Arby's. You know what? I'm gonna do. I was debating about whether or not I wanted a salad place or not, but I'm gonna go for it. Chopped,
Chopped?
which
Okay.
is more in the Northeast, but of the salad first places is my favorite.
Okay. Word. Lippy, I see you made your football picks.
So the football picks, I like the fantasy advice that's always been around that
Chase
your kind of
Brown.
late round picks are people that you can easily get cut ties with if they don't hit or you don't like the options. Did you ask who Chase Brown is?
I did.
Illinois running back, absolute stud.
Who?
If Mixon, he could be the guy in Cincinnati.
Who is that?
He could be the guy in Cincinnati by the end of the year.
Well, anyway, and then Jeff Wilson. That's a fine flyer. What are you doing for food? These are your last shots.
I had it completely picked in my mind, and I totally just forgot after I started talking. Wow.
After Costco got taken. Rattled.
Brain got scrambled.
Absolutely fried my brain. Wow. Oh, food picks. Absolutely. What the fuck was I going to pick? Oh! One's pretty easy here. Just endless breadsticks. We're talking Olive Garden.
Okay.
Gotta go with Olive Garden.
All right.
The fuck was my other pick?
It was probably Arby's.
I don't think anyone wants Arby's, sir. What is the other pick? Oh, let me think. I didn't just type it in my phone because I was making sure it was in multiple cities. Oh, it's a place. I'm not sure if it's still open. I'm honestly not sure if it was in multiple cities. I used to love going for my birthday as a child. Old Country Buffet. I know it's completely shut down.
I think
that is a multi-city.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Absolutely loved Old. I mean, that was a treat of treat places when I was a kid. You say we're going to Old Country Buffet. I don't care how many errands we're running. I'm a happy camper.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely multi-city. You're good on that front. King Hoot, sir. This is the last picks for you on both fronts.
On the football pick, total. For the football pick, going with a total homer move, taking my boy Tajay, just because I can. And for the food, I'm between. Nah. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna do it. Give me IHOP unless it's already been taken.
It is already taken.
Right. I can't stand this.
ANF is about to tell you Arby's and Bennigan's are available.
Yeah, Arby's is available.
No, I'd rather have nothing than Arby's. Honestly, I don't get the Arby's thing. If I'm being totally honest, I just do not get it.
They have the
Go
meats.
during happy hour. It's not the worst deal ever.
They have the meats, man. They have the meats.
I don't want the meats.
You know what? You know what the meats for people that tell you they got them. That's for sure.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna lie. I'm scrolling through a massive list of chain
Sprinting to the
restaurants.
draft podium after you. I have a great wrap up pick, so do well here.
Yeah, you're gonna beat mine because I don't have one that I really like. I'm waiting for one of these to stand out to me.
I remembered my pick. Y'all are all fucked.
Can't believe I forgot Old Country Buffet for a second. What a slam dunk of a pick.
Oh, you know what? This isn't a great one, but I do actually fuck with this place pretty hardcore. Give me Yogurtland.
Yogurtland. Let's go.
Oh my god, thank you. And he takes ice cream, which this is literally Jalen Rager versus Justin Jefferson. I am taking the football pick doesn't matter nearly as much. There's some upside with CEH this year. I am taking Dippin' Dots. If you could have Dippin' Dots at your
Dippin'
house or buy
Dots.
it, you would be ecstatic.
Is Dippin' Dots even a restaurant?
Yes, it is. That is definitely a food chain. There's a chain of it everywhere. It's standalone cart. Definitely allowed.
I'm gonna go and say I had no idea that Dippin' Dots is a restaurant.
It's not. It's not. It's just a cart where you can buy ice cream.
No. What makes Dippin' Dots different from any ice cream place? All you're getting is
Jack's supporting
ice cream
small
scooped out of a
business.
cooler.
This is like saying you could take Jack's Pizza or Breyer's ice cream.
I mean,
No, Dippin' Dots is sold out of a cart. You can't just go.
I agree. It's always out of a cart. Like it's a movable, permanent thing. So I think
What?
it gets to stand.
What?
It's its own standalone thing
It's
where
own
you get
standalone
food.
thing. It's a
No,
permanent.
you cannot find it outside amusement park
That's
or
not
Yes,
true.
you can.
That's
You
not-
can get Dippin' Dots at
You
Buc-ee's.
can. You can.
You can get Dippin' Dots at any sort of place. It's fine.
There's a Dippin'
just like you
Dots
can get
truck.
Breyer's ice cream or a Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, there's a Dippin' Dots truck outside of Minute Maid after Astros games.
There's a wiener. Okay, yeah, this is just the commissioner's out of hand.
I think it's totally allowable. I think, I mean, it's a good pick. I have no problem with it, Jack. Let's see here. Ooh, it's real bad. All right, fuck it. We're picking C.J. Stroud, and we're picking Nukes with our last pick. Fucking love a Nukes Q. Love their soups. Love everything about Nukes. Let's fucking go. All right, Mr. Starks, close us out. Juwan Johnson.
Closing it out with JJ and then ending this food draft like any good chain restaurant date ends with a good BJ's restaurant and brew house.
Okay. I've heard of them. I don't think I've ever been to one, but I've seen them.
Oh man, you haven't lived until you've had a Pizookie.
Okay. So, real quick,
I'm sorry. I know. Hold on. Did someone already take this one? I can't see the list, so I'm gonna feel like an asshole. Someone already did, but if no one did, I just want to give an honorable mention shout out to what I definitely shouldn't have taken instead of Yogurtland, but the Wawa. Wawa is just fucking awesome.
have not. It was not taken. So that's your honorable mention. You get honorable points for that. Real quick, before we close it out, what is the food stuff is way more important, but football wise, because I do think this is helpful just for us starting the process of getting ready for draft season. Just what are some thoughts on favorite and least favorite picks of where people are going? And I mean, it's a fucking mock in early July. No one's going to take it personally. So if you hate someone's pick, let them know. But I'll start. I really this is who you got him at the 2-2. I have no idea why Nick Chubb wouldn't go in the first round. I just don't get it. I have no idea what anyone that would watch last season and then saw how bad Deshaun was. Like either Nick Chubb is going to be the only good thing about the offense, or the offense is going to kick ass, and Nick Chubb will be great there also. So I think that's my favorite pick, and I think right now Calvin Ridley's my least favorite. So that's where I'm at. Anyone else have any thoughts just off the cuff?
I think everything after round 10 is abject garbage, and just burn it.
Yeah.
Like I think the last few rounds of this just really made me feel completely unready for this type of drafting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my first one. As far as early picks or like things I thought stood out, I did really like JP's Amon-Ra St. Brown. I still think that's too far for him to fall.
Okay.
I know that's like back of the second isn't like far to fall, but I really like that pick. I think he stands out around those other receivers. That's the first. The quarterback stuff. I haven't done a one QB draft in a while, but I love Lamar falling kind of behind that big run of QBs. The beginning of round 3, I would have put him right up there with. Like I probably would have taken him above Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow. Well, not Jalen Hurts, but above Joe Burrow for sure.
Yeah. It got him basically a round later almost. I mean.
Yeah, or a half round.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones that stand out to me, I guess, right now.
Stonk, Slippy, y'all have any thoughts?
I probably should not have taken Kamara.
Okay.
Like,
Is that your least
that
favorite pick?
aged terribly. Just, I mean, and then Cam Akers, end of the 5th, just absolute steal of all steals. And David Buster's was
just you need to quit him. I'm telling you this for your health. Like this is outside of everything else we're doing here right now. It's like you just need to let go of that, and you will be so much happier of yourself.
Honestly, you can move away. He has all the ingredients to be an RB1 this year.
What are those ingredients? Like 2 legs? Like what do you mean? I do not have the faith that you do, Lippy. But you know what? You're an Apex champion, and I'm not. So what do I know? Mr. Stonk, sir, you want to close this out?
Yeah, I think the redraft stuff is funny, especially with the Ravens wide receivers. It sounds like I'm going to ruffle some feathers here, ANF. But Rashad Bateman in the 10th is just obscenely more value than Zay in the 9th and wherever. I don't even care where Odell went, but I think Bateman is pretty clearly, health stuff pending, which we'll find out about over the next couple of months. But I think Bateman is far and away the Ravens wide receiver to have this year. So
this is not connected to my love or pick of Zay Flowers at all, but apparently Bateman's having trouble with his injury timeline. Just throwing it out there. Not that matters at all, but
yeah, I mean it's July, so I am putting a big old asterisk next to this. But if I'm getting Bateman in the 10th right now, I'm pretty stoked. And then the other one that I think his ADP is going to go up a round or 2 is Mixon. Mixon in the 4th right now. That's highway robbery if nothing changes in the next month and a half.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see what happens. I think there's a good chance that the fallout from that won't be till next year. So I think that's a well-made point. Okay, well, hey y'all, this was really fun. I'd like to do more of these as the season is kind of ramping up. It is already July, and that means August is right around the corner. So, thank y'all for y'all's time, and this was a blast. Hope you all have a great night, and this was a lot of fun. Okay, let's see here.